What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we are here with another showcase of version 1 Katakuri. Now, you guys may be wondering, I've done, V1 Katakuri showcases in the past. What's different about this one? Well, the thing that is a little bit different today is the fact that I have gone ahead and limit broke expanded version 1 Katakuri. So this is as pristine as Katakuri version 1 can get. So with his expansion, he does obviously get additional stats. You can see his attack there. I do have him at plus 540, but his attack 2,493. It is one of the highest attack values in the game. Substantial health at 5,494, and his recovery is pretty solid at 567. He goes down to a 9-turn cooldown as well. And of course, the big thing about the expansion and the reason why I wanted to do it in the first place is because of his updated captain effect, which states that it's going to boost slasher, striker, driven, cerebral, and powerhouse characters' attack separately, 2 times value for each one. So if a character has multiple of those classes, it's 2 times 2 for each of the classes that they have, ultimately resulting in a 4 times attack boost to those characters, which is very, very good. Previous to this, I believe each of the classes was boosted by 1.95, which means it was around like a 3.8 multiplier. So he has a better captain effect across the board in terms of multiplier. He makes strength side recovery tandem as matching. He reduces damage taken by 20. And then obviously he has that really cool mechanic, which is why he's one of my favorite units to use in the game, is depending on how much normal attack damage your crew has dealt during that turn, you have a chance to delay the enemies. However, with his expansion, they've actually gone ahead and altered the values that you need in order to get your guaranteed delay. So you get a 20% chance of delay at 100,000 damage, you get a 50% chance to delay at 500,000 damage, a 100% chance to delay with 750,000 damage, which is now new, and then also if you have reached 1.5 million damage, it is a 100% chance to delay through immunity buffs, which is the big thing. You only need to reach 1.5 million. Now with a 4 times captain and whatever friend captain you're bringing, you're gonna be reaching 1.5 million nearly every single turn you attack with all 6 of your characters, which is so good. And of course, with his special ability on top of that giving you the tap timing bonus damage, you're definitely going to be reaching those thresholds of 1.5 million damage every time. So that's awesome. It just enables him to get that delay much easier. He actually has critical hit as well, which is a 90% chance for 10% extra damage, which obviously in turn gives you a higher damage to get that delay as well. So a lot of things about this unit I really love. I love using this character, and today we're going to be showcasing him off with his limit broke expanded captain effect in a couple of different pieces of content. So hopefully you guys go on to enjoy the video, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so jumping into the showcase with version 1 Katakuri, I have a various amount of clips that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video today. First of which is going to be against the Arena Kamazo, which of course is the newest Coliseum / Arena unit here on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. Now, in this video today, I've already, talked about Katakuri in the past, but I just want to go ahead and once again kind of establish my stance on this character, give you my pros and cons of the unit in general, and we'll kind of just go from there, okay? So, first of all, the reason why I even, limit broke expand this character in the first place is this is honestly one of my favorite legends in the game. Now, I know for many people out there, that's definitely not going to be the case. He's not the most powerful legend in the game. He is very annoying to use sometimes, but I just like him, and I'm a big fan of Katakuri, obviously, as you guys may know, and, I mean, his mechanics that he has are always been a huge draw to the unit, and it would be really nice if Bandai continued to do that in the future, where they introduce very unique mechanics that are very specific to Sugo Fest exclusives. It kind of, gives a little bit more uniqueness to those units and makes them more desirable. We've got characters like Legend Sugar, for example, that have that ability where they're able to create the toys, which obviously is very specific for that character's Devil Fruit, and no other character in the game is going to be utilizing that mechanic. It's made specifically for that unit, and I really like the way that they do that for certain units, and they need to do that more often. And Katakuri definitely has that in his kit with the delay mechanic using the mochi, and it's really cool, right? He's just an awesome looking character as well. I really hope that he gets an ink effect artwork in the future, because you guys already know he's going to be definitely a day one purchase for me. That is for damn sure. So with his limit break expansion, there brings a lot of massive positives to the unit. Obviously, the biggest thing about him is his multipliers do increase. So now he is a 4 times captain, to characters that have both of the available classes, which is obviously a huge benefit. So a base 4x captain is acceptable in today's standards, I would say. You know, you got characters like Komurasaki, you have a lot of the super type characters start off at around a base 4x boost, maybe 4.25. Definitely as things progress, they get a little bit higher than that. But even like if you're using dual units as a captain, they're not going to be a 4x captain all the time, that's for damn sure. So, you know, I think a base 4x captain is definitely an acceptable margin to be at, especially because you can hybrid this guy up with some of the better legends in the game. And obviously with his limit break expansion brings along the ability to just delay the enemies a lot easier. Previous to his expansion, you would have to get him to 2 million normal attack damage to get the guaranteed delay through all immunity buffs. And obviously with the expansion, as we've talked about in the beginning of this video, that is now reduced to only 1.5 million HP, no damage required, which is again like pretty easy, especially when you add the 4x damage on top of that. And if you have really strong friend captains, that's not going to be an issue at all. And as we've already established with friend captains, like this character can hybrid with some of the better units in the game. And as you'll see in multiple different instances in this video, we're going to be hybriding this character up with a lot of like really strong ones, right? So you've already seen Big Mom with Arena Kamazo. Moving into Clash Shinobu, we have versus Kaido as the captain instead. Now this team was actually a little bit funky, but it actually still got the job done, which I was very excited about, but it was very, very close to not working. But another character, or another set of characters that is so good with V1 Katakuri 6+ is the Halloween batch, specifically talking about Halloween Lore and Halloween Mihawk, as you can utilize their combination of specials to get attack boost for multiple turns, you can get orb boost for multiple turns, and you know, both of those characters in Lore and Mihawk are both fully boosted by Katakuri's captain effect, because Katakuri does boost both Cerebral and Slasher. So technically speaking, yeah, you can actually go ahead and put the Halloween Shanks on here as well from the Kizuna banner and stuff. He is another option you could do as well, though his special doesn't really help too much, but it is an option nonetheless. And just the Halloween batch in general are pretty solid for this guy as well. Even characters that aren't fully boosted with Katakuri, so long as you have a pretty strong friend captain and also, you know, a lot of your other characters being boosted, a lot of the time you can get away with running non-boosted units, as you guys would have seen in the Arena Kamazo event, which was nice. So definitely Lore and Mihawk combination is phenomenal with this guy. Even looking past that to some other older characters that are not as recent, you got characters like version 1 Kaido still is very strong. Building a full striker powerhouse team around that works very well, because Kaido is a phenomenal unit. You get cooldown reduction, end of turn damage, you can do some really cool things with that. And even looking back to like the other super type legends, such as super type Sugar is a really good unit, being a driven and cerebral unit, is fully boosted by Katakuri. In the next clip after this, we will be going ahead and showing off how Katakuri is actually able to kill through Coliseum Kizaru with Sugar as a friend captain. It's a really strong team actually. And then even another character that's somewhat recent as well is super type Blackbeard. Definitely a more slower type of character, but you can definitely build an int character or an int team based around that, and super type Blackbeard is going to be hitting very hard, which is nice. But then when you look a little bit forward into the future, there are actually a lot of really good legends that are going to be coming out that are somewhat either half boosted or fully boosted with Katakuri. That is going to make him even better, right? So V2 Shirahoshi Mancherry is a really strong unit coming out. I don't know really when it's coming out, but according to the Japanese release scheduling, V2 Shirahoshi Mancherry should actually technically be the next release character, and it does work with version 1 Katakuri. Amazing special that gives you healing, it's a chain boost, it gives you full board of rainbow slots, lots to love about that. And then even V2 Vivi Rebecca, another really solid unit, because their special ability is a striker and cerebral based attack and orb boosting effect, and Katakuri is a striker unit, so you know you can build a pretty solid team around that as well, which again is also really exciting. A lot of these relatively recent units you can actually use. And then again, one of the more anticipated characters that is going to be coming out in the future is going to be versus Ace and Akainu. Now the Akainu side of things there, he is a powerhouse and driven captain, powerhouse and driven both boosted with Katakuri's captain effect, so that is something to look forward to as well. You can build some pretty dope teams with that. I mean, like, this is looking at if you wanted to use Katakuri as a captain. Obviously, if you have Ace versus Akane, you're probably just going to be using him as the captain anyway. But it's still, you know, if you want to use V1 Katakuri, there's some pretty dope hybrid captains that are going to be coming very soon. And then even just more recently on Japan, they released the super type Moria. I know that the V3 Blackbeard, the dual Blackbeard, is also another option you have. I'm not the biggest fan of that unit, but the option is there. But I think that Gecko Moria Legend is a really good option because he is an int character. He's int super type, giving Katakuri more type advantage, of course. So that's really good. Really, really good to look forward to. Plus, you've got Gecko Moria giving you the ability to lock your orb, so, you know, you can do some really cool shenanigans with that. Cooldown reduction, Katakuri's got a really low cooldown now as well. And then, like, super type Moria has an orb boost and color affinity special that can work well with Katakuri's team builds, which are really, really cool. So, I'm hoping that when that comes out eventually, I'm able to pull the Gecko Moria. I'm really excited for that unit in general. But yeah, there's lots to love about this unit. If you're a big fan of Katakuri, you're probably going to like this unit. However, this is not the perfect unit. You can't just get this character and automatically beat everything in the game, because there are some things that are going to be very, very tricky for this unit to clear. So there are not always going to be positives with every single character in the game. Now, with version 1 Katakuri, in his case, there's definitely a lot of problems with him. And I think definitely one of the big problems that a lot of people are going to kind of run into is the fact that team building is going to be a little bit of an issue. Now, there's actually multiple factors to that. Well, number one, his condition is kind of annoying. You can only bring 5 of the 8 classes, so your characters have to have combinations of those 5 of 8 classes, and if they have, you know, only, you know, one of the 2 classes that are going to be half boosted, you know, obviously it's a lot of damage output that you're missing there. So that's one thing to think about. But then there's also the other side of things, is because of the lack of units you'll have access to, if you're more of a free-to-play player or not a very big spender in this game, Katakuri is also going to be very difficult to team build for, because you're not going to have access to as many units, and especially if you're missing some of those really powerful rare recruit characters or limited time characters, Katakuri might not be a valid option in a lot of pieces of content, unfortunately. Now, another thing that's just an inbuilt problem with Katakuri in general is the way that he tries to clear content. It's not very modern in terms of the way that he tries to clear, because with Katakuri, the way that he kind of likes to go about things is to delay the enemy. Obviously, you know, use his special. His special gives you tap timing bonus that allows you to delay the enemy. You have matching slots for multiple turns with his beneficial orb enable, and then after that one turn has passed where you've delayed them, you'll get the conditional boost and all is good. You get a 2 times conditional boost guaranteed through immunity, no problems, and then that's it. However, the main problem arises where the fact that a lot of enemies these days after the first turn of attacks will have very annoying gimmicks. And those gimmicks can expand to, you know, binding, despairing, special binding, lots of other things, removing your beneficial effects, which is obviously really bad. So there's lots of bad things about that, just in general. So you can go ahead and take that first turn, delay them, that's fine, but then they'll have a gimmick which can be quite non-beneficial to your team, which means you'll have to bring other utility units on your team to get rid of those buffs or debuffs on the enemy or on your side of the field, which means that team building once again becomes a big problem. So there's lots of things about Katakuri that are just inherently built within him that makes him not very ideal to clear modern content, which is where some of these other really powerful friend captains and other really powerful legends and rare recruits, such as the Halloween badge that you're seeing here, that's what really helps him get through the content. So he's not always going to be the most ideal captain to clear content because of the way that this character is built. However, a still real fun unit to use, as you guys are going to see here against Ambush Garb. The way that we clear it is so much fun because I have not used the combination of units in a while with Katakuri and then Shanks and Ben Beckman with the support of Yasop Treasure Map Rare Recruit, being able to have a full board of matching slots, 2 times conditional boost guaranteed. We have the 3 times color affinity, 3 times chain lock. It's just really cool to use this combination of characters again, but definitely not the most optimal thing in the world. And it's really cool because we have the Halloween badge, Loss protects from defeat, we have Galette to delay him after the revive, so we've got ways to get around the gimmicks there. So this is a really, really fun team. Definitely not the most optimal to clear the Ambush Garb, but definitely was a bunch of fun. So that's going to end this video today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm a big fan of Katakuri. I'm going to continue to use him moving forward, but I don't expect everyone else to do that because he's definitely not the most optimal character to clear content, but is definitely a bunch of fun. I really, really adore this character, and I wouldn't have limit broke expand him otherwise, but I just love this unit to death. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.